All right, let's get started. Mais Karibyan, preparing a great episode again for everyone. What I want to talk to you guys about today is shifting towards real estate, specifically how to make good money, millions in real estate, if you understand the whole business structure from the sales point of view to the investing point of view to buy and hold, rental side of it, flipping side of it. So when you talk about real estate in generally, if you're in real estate as an agent especially, there's many avenues you can make money. Originally, when I started my real estate, I bought my first property when I was 20 back in 2004, 5, I think 5, before turning 21. And that was my first investment. My first investment in real estate was a rental property. I rent the property for a few years, and then I made some money by renting the property, and then I made some money that grew in equity, and that's second avenue that made me money. And then I like the fact how this property made me money from different angles. I start learning more about real estate and I start investing in real estate slowly. And in 2016, I got my license and I start selling properties because my background is financial services. I already had a lot of database, a lot of people knew me in the insurance field. And when I added my real estate, original reason was to find properties for me. That's one. Plus, a lot of my insurance clients were asking, Mais, do you sell real estate? Can we buy a property with you? That question popped up so many times that eventually I said, you know what? Let me get my license. Some of you guys who know my story, it was very challenging for me to get my license. I failed my license 20 times. This is not a joke. 20 times I failed. Eventually I passed because I'm not really good when it comes to taking tests. But when it comes to the business side of the sales and building assets and investing and selling, I became very good at that. But on a licensing side, every license, as much as I remember any license that I took, I don't remember a license that I passed for the first time. That's my weakness, right? But when I got my license, I started selling a good amount of real estate, and it slowly picked up, and it was much easier for me because, like I said, I already had a foundation of database, of network, of people that already know me, trust me. And the moment I told them, hey, I added my real estate side into my business, I already had traffic. I already had people who are interested. They already liked the way I worked in the other side of the business, in the insurance side, and they already gave me the real estate business. So that's how I start my real estate career. And a lot of people ask me, especially in real estate, how do you do this many sales? How do you, close transactions? Even during the COVID, right? Even during the tough times. And I want to give you some of the things that I did, and I called it the basics. I don't care what type of sales you do. If you understand the basics, you will make money. So, what are the basics, right? You might ask. Well, as a businessman, this is how I always thought. I always thought my business playing a chess. So in chess, if you know how to play, every everything has its own move, right? So I use the same principle building my business, including my real estate business. So I thought myself, I sell real estate. Who can I work with? So I start making great connections with construction people. I made great connections with appraisals. I made great connections with lenders, escrow companies. I made great connections with lawyers, specifically divorce lawyers, family law. Why people, when people lose their houses, guess what they do? One of the first thing, they sell their properties. So I thought myself, how can I arrange a circle of network where everybody some way somehow gonna deal with the real estate transaction and they're gonna call me as an agent. So I start getting a lot of clients this way. Now, in the same token, there are a lot of real estate transactions that I got that people couldn't sell the property. So what I did, I made them an offer myself to pick up in a reasonable price where it was reasonable for them because the property was in a bad condition. It was very hard to put it in a market to sell it. So I made them a reasonable offer, and it was reasonable for me because I knew if I pick up this property, I'll make some improvements and I resell the property. I was flipping that way. So that gave me not only the sale, but also the flipping profits. So that's how I start making more money per transaction in real estate. So this is some of the basics, right? Networking with the right people. Next thing, what I did, I had a specific days in a week that I was making a lot of phone calls to expired listings. Some of my calls were I was going a lot of open houses. So I was making a lot of phone calls, right? Different days of the week, and also generating a lot of business that way. Also picking up a lot of the houses that it's been in the market for a while. I was calling some of the listing agent. I'm like, hey, what's going on with this property? Why it's not being sold? Can I do open house for you? This way, I was picking up a lot of buyers list, and then I was calling a lot of my existing clients and seeing who's in a time for them to make a move, maybe go from a condominium to a house, or they want to move out of the state. So I'm like, hey, by any chance, are you thinking to sell your property, or you want to upgrade your property or get a better house? And out of 10, 15, 20 phone calls, one or two of these clients, they say, you know what, we were thinking about that. We were thinking to sell our condo and buy a house. I think it's time to make a move. So that gave me the opportunity to set up an appointment and go talk to them. So I was doing this consistently. And one of the major impact that helped my business to take it completely next level are I started doing a lot of social media marketing. And if you're following me, one of the things that I'm very good at, and this is not bragging, I'm just saying because I have the facts to back it up. Anything I do, I'm very consistent. I have very good discipline. So if I start making social media, I'm going to do it every week. I'm going to do it a few times a week. And I'm going to be very consistent for a long time. And if you follow my social medias, you'll see that my videos, it's average of a couple of days in between. It's not like I put one video and then 3 months I disappear and then I come back again. No, that's not how I do business. And that's part of the basics. If you're going to make 10 phone calls a day, 30 phone calls a day, or 100 calls a day, choose the number. If it's 30, if it's 50, guess what? Choose the 50 and do it every day, few times a week, but be very consistent. I've seen people say, I'm going to go do 100 phone calls. They do it 1 day, 2 days, no results or very small results. They get disappointed. And then 3 weeks, they don't make phone calls. So that's part of the basic. Have a system. You got to have a system. Then I start thinking, I'm generating all these contacts. There has to be a way where I follow up these people. So I was very good at following up, putting folders together, using some CRM softwares, and putting on an Excel. I'm very big on Excel. I use the Excel sheet a lot. And I have a strategy of how I follow up. And every contact that I came across to, I study their lifestyle. I put their date of birth. I put main events in their life. And time to time, I call them. I say happy birthday. I call them. I say, hey, happy Thanksgiving, whatever, things going on in a main events in a calendar year. So I keep in touch with my database because guess what? People forget. People forget who you are and what you do. You got to constantly remind them about you, what you do, what services you sell, so they keep remembering. Because if you don't, somewhere they're going to meet another person and they're going to take your business. So that's part of the system. That helped me to also generate consistent sales. And when you combine your real estate business, doing a lot of sales and doing a flip here and there, and buying and selling some wholesaling properties. When you add up all that, that's going to make you a lot of money in real estate. And guess what? You stick around 5, 10, 15 years and you don't blow your money, create a great lifestyle, but make sure you focus on whatever you make, 30, 40% of that income, of that asset that you built, consistently invest and reinvest. And next thing you know, you look back 10 years later, 15 years later, you look back, you build the wealth. Now, you don't really have to work. Mainly, you have to manage what you build because it's going to create you residual income and you can live an even better lifestyle. That's how you succeed in any business, but specifically in real estate. If you want to be part of real estate, or you want to, buy or sell real estate, or you want to flip, or you want to upgrade your real estate portfolio, or you want to upgrade your, housing portfolio, get hold of me. I'll be happy to communicate with you, give you some bullet points, and help you maybe to make a better decision, better steps, better choices when it comes to real estate. This was Mais Karibyan. Make sure to subscribe my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.